Imagine the heart-stopping moment, headlights coming toward you, the reckless decision of another driver changing everything in an instant. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's most recent data, in 2021, more than 13,000 people were killed in crashes involving a drunk driver. That's about 37 deaths every day. For advocates and officials alike, the race is on to end these preventable tragedies.
Their latest push for new vehicles to be equipped with impaired driving detection technology, experts say, could save countless lives.
As federal regulators explore the development of a new safety standard, one lawmaker is raising questions about whether the tech infringes on drivers' rights.
Reporter Heather Graff introduces us to one woman who has joined the fight because she knows how high the stakes truly are.
The last thing I had texted was, "Did you make it home safe?"
Rena Abbas-Taylor remembers the last message she sent her sister Rima like it was yesterday.
I hadn't heard back from her, and you know, it wasn't atypical, but something didn't feel right.
After a week visiting family in Florida, Rima Abbas, her husband, and 3 children were driving back to their home outside Detroit.
They had gotten on the road and had informed us that they were going to be driving through the night, which I know my mom and I were pretty concerned about. They insisted they were fine.
But hours later, Rena would learn the unthinkable.
They were hit and killed by a wrong-way drunk driver at 2:30 in the morning on I-75. Everyone died instantly.
And what went through your mind in that moment?
This can't be real. This can't be real.
Grief from the 2019 tragedy consumed Rena for years.
It's like the lights went out. I went offline and nothing mattered.
It wasn't until she connected with Mothers Against Drunk Driving that all that changed. The advocacy group gave her a lifeline, as she calls it.
It was like it shook me awake.
And they introduced her to technology they say could be a game changer in the fight against drunk driving fatalities.
Do you view this as a matter of life and death?
It is a matter of life and death.
MAD's Chief Government Affairs Officer, Stephanie Manning, says the organization has been pushing to get impaired driving technology in vehicles for more than 15 years. And an analysis by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety found that mandating detection technology could save 10,000 lives annually.
We can build cars that do not allow impaired drivers to kill people or seriously injure people on the roads. Why wouldn't we want to do that?
But many of the systems are still in development, including breath and touch-based alcohol detection sensors and cameras that can assess eye movement to indicate if a driver is intoxicated. The Driver Alcohol Detection System for Safety program, a collaboration between NHTSA and top automakers, says their fully passive breath sensor should be available by 2026, while the touch sensor's timeline hasn't yet been determined.
It's not a question of if this is going to happen, it's a question of when, and how will this be sort of done in a way that people can, number one, get on board with.
And that's exactly what federal regulators are working to figure out, because in 2021, Congress approved a bipartisan law called the HALT Act. It directed NHTSA to establish a safety standard that would require new passenger vehicles be equipped with impaired driving detection technology. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell co-led that legislation.
The fact of the matter is it's going to save lives. Too many people are killed by drunk drivers every year.
For the Abbas family, the act has special meaning, named in honor of their lost loved ones.
To know that these people who didn't get much time on this earth can have an impact on this earth in that way is everything.
For 2 years, there wasn't much progress, but in December 2023,
today's announcement lays the groundwork for an impaired driving rulemaking that will seek the most mature and effective technology.
NHTSA released what's known as an advance notice of proposed rulemaking.
There are a lot of rulemakings that have been mandated by Congress that never happen. So it's extremely significant that the administration said, we're going to start the process.
But not everyone is on board with the technology. As NHTSA wrote in its advance notice, misinformation and misbelief that there exists a right to drive while drunk have caused some individuals to believe the rulemaking might unduly infringe upon their rights.
It's no secret I tried to defund the mandate.
Among the HALT Act's outspoken critics is Congressman Thomas Massey, who argues the technology isn't there yet.
I can tell you right now, it doesn't exist.
And he says it could violate a fundamental right to travel freely.
What would it take for you to support this mandate to put this technology into cars?
I would have to know that civil liberties aren't going to be infringed.
While NHTSA has said any technology that becomes standard would be passive, meaning it has to work without any action from the driver, regulators acknowledge it also needs to be reliable.
We don't, for example, want to have false positives where somebody can't start their vehicle.
The Alliance for Automotive Innovation, a trade group that represents most global automakers, declined to speak on camera, saying in a statement, every single day, automakers are working to make vehicles safer and smarter and to help address avoidable tragedies caused by behavior like drunk or distracted driving.
In loving memory of the Abbas family, no more victims.
Renna says she won't stop fighting until the technology is in all vehicles.
Do you think they would be alive today if that technology was already in cars?
I absolutely 1000% believe that my family would be alive today if that technology was in cars.
And she doesn't want her story to become another family's story.
We didn't ask for this moment, but we certainly hope that if there is something we can do to prevent anyone else from losing their life or any other family from going through what we have, we will do whatever we can.
NHTSA has until November 2024 to release a rulemaking, but they first need to make sure the technology is ready.
When the final safety standard is issued, automakers will have at least 3 years to implement it.